Once upon a time, there was a very rich hat maker. He liked to tell lies, but because he was rich, no one seemed to mind. They just laughed and said, "Oh, he's just joking." At one fancy party, the hat maker wanted to impress the other rich guests. They were all bragging. "My cat fetches sticks like a dog," said one woman. "My son teaches his teachers," said another man. Not wanting to be left out, the hat maker blurted, "My daughter can turn hay into gold." Everyone gasped, just as a deep voice spoke from the back of the room. It was the king. "Did you say she can turn hay into gold?" Yes," the hat maker stammered. "Bring her to me," shouted the king. The next morning, the hat maker brought his daughter, Sophie, to the palace. She was confused and nervous. The king frowned. "Your father is a liar. He said you can spin hay into gold. I hate liars, so prove it. Do it by morning." He pointed to a pile of hay. "And if you fail," he added coldly, "I'll feed your father to my crocodiles." Everyone left. Sophie was alone. "Oh no," she whispered. "What do I do now?" As night fell, Sophie sat in tears. Just then, she heard a strange little laugh. Tee-hee! From the shadows appeared a tiny man with curly hair, a black hat, and red pointy shoes. "Need some help?" he asked. "Yes," Sophie cried. "But I have nothing to give you." "I can spin the hay," said the man. "What will you give me in return?" Sophie offered her diamond necklace. "Perfect," he grinned. He pulled out 2 knitting needles and began to knit. As the hay passed through the needles, it turned into beautiful golden thread, scarves, hats, even socks. By morning, the room sparkled with golden clothes. Sophie had done the impossible. The king returned. He stared in shock at the golden clothes. "How did you do this?" Sophie's father beamed. "Told you my daughter is amazing." The king only grunted. "Come with me." He led Sophie to another room. Inside, 10 piles of hay. "Do it again," he ordered. "By morning." Then he locked the door. This time, Sophie knew what to do. "Little man," she whispered, searching every corner. "Tee-hee!" He appeared again, smiling. "Same deal?" he asked. Sophie nodded and gave him a ruby ring. He spun the hay into golden sweaters, gloves, and even underpants. By morning, the second room was full of gold. The king was amazed again, but not satisfied. He led Sophie to a third room, full of hay from floor to ceiling. 100 bundles, he said. "There are 10 guards at the door. No help this time. I hope you're not lying." Sophie was truly alone. She searched everywhere. "Little man?" But he didn't come. She sat on the floor and cried, then fell into a deep sleep. In the morning, Sophie awoke to find all the hay gone, replaced by piles and piles of gold. The little man sat atop the golden clothes. "You came," she gasped. He smiled. "And now, what do you have for me?" Sophie offered silver earrings. "No," he said, "a sapphire bracelet." "No." "I have nothing left," she said sadly. "I'll make a deal," said the man. "One day, give me your first child." "No," cried Sophie, "or I'll tell the king you're a liar." Sophie had no choice. She agreed. Sophie left the palace and never looked back. Years passed. She married a kind man and they had a sweet baby boy. One morning, while playing in the garden, Sophie heard a laugh she hadn't heard in years. "What do you have for me?" The little man stepped out from behind a bush. "No," Sophie cried. "You can't have him." "We had a deal," he said, "but I'll give you a chance. Guess my name in 3 days and you can keep your son." Each night, the man returned. First night, "Is it Tim? Jack? Chris?" "No, no, and no." Second night, "Is it Balthazar? Ferdinand? Alfonso?" "No, no, no." By the third day, Sophie was panicking. She went for a walk in the forest to think. Suddenly, she saw a small house. A woman sat on the porch, knitting baby clothes, wearing Sophie's old necklace and ring. Inside, a voice sang, "Rumpelstiltskin, Rumpelstiltskin." Sophie gasped. She had his name. That night, the little man came back, smiling. "Time's up. Do you know my name? Is it Rhubarb? No. Roquefort? No. Rumpelstiltskin?" The little man froze. His face turned red. He screamed. He stomped. Then he cried. "I would have loved your son," he whispered softly. He wiped his tears with a yellow handkerchief and disappeared. The end, almost. Sophie and her family lived happily ever after, but as for the little man, well, when someone tells a really big lie, look carefully under the table or behind the cupboard. Because deals always have a price, and Rumpelstiltskin is never too far away.